The prism of race. Whilst you and I watched the balcony scene at the King's coronation with tears in our eyes after witnessing history, some saw a completely different picture altogether. After coming to prominence in Bridgerton, an ethnically diverse period drama, Akua Ando, who played the role of Lady Danbury and formed part of the ITV's commentary team, remarked that the balcony was terribly white. Her exact words were, "We have gone from the rich diversity of the Abbey to a terribly white balcony." Well, blow me down with Princess Anne's feather. A white family full of white people. Shock, horror, my God, they're all white. Let's imagine for a moment that a white pundit had said, "We've gone from the rich diversity of the Abbey to a terribly black balcony." All hell would break loose. They'd be forced to apologise there and then and potentially escorted off the premises. Mylene Class, who was sitting next to Ando, looked horrified, but the lady next to her appeared to be nodding in agreement. Yet, despite, in my view, the racist comment, no one at ITV pulled Ando up on this at all, and there was little outrage in the established media. Thankfully, the British public weren't having any of it, and a record number of complaints flooded into Ofcom, the highest so far this year. Ando then went on BBC Radio 4, where she was told that she had nothing to apologise. Don't start me on the BBC. Really? The idea that a family should socially engineer itself to be more ethnically mixed, to fit some sort of diversity quota, so the likes of Akua Ando can approve its credentials. Absurd. So let me give her a bit of a history lesson. Meghan Markle wasn't actually the first black or biracial woman to join the royal family. In the 1700s, Queen Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz, the wife of King George III, and Queen from 1761 until she died in 1818, was black. Shock, horror, a black woman in the royal family. And according to research, Charlotte, who was mixed-raced, was a descendant of Margarita de Castro y Sousa, the black branch of the Portuguese royal house. Yes, actual black royalty. In portraits, her nose and lips were the giveaway, and it appeared that she had a positive effect because Sir Alan Ramsay, the artist who painted her full portrait and was also an anti-slavery advocate, went on to marry a black woman. And there are suggestions that the existence of the Black Queen played a major role in the abolition of slavery at the time. So, if the last Black Queen was back in the 18th century, of course the balcony would be full of people who were white, just as a balcony full of the Ghanaian royal family will be full of people who are black. I mean, it's hardly a surprise or an indication of anything untoward, but what it does do is it tells you a lot about Ando's thinking. Why do some people see everything through the prism of race? The likes of Dr. Shola, Dawn Butler, Diane Abbott. I mean, it's embarrassing. People like this are not helpful. They perpetuate racism. Ando claimed, "I think I might have upset a few people yesterday. I was thinking about the day and how marvellous it was, and then looking at the balcony at the end and suddenly going, oh, it's so white, because the day had been so mixed and I didn't mean to upset anybody." Well, in my view, people like that are the real racists. It's they who are making judgments based on the colour of someone's skin. It's time to stop talking about colour. It's time to start reminding ourselves colour is irrelevant. It's just an outer coating. It tells you nothing about the person inside. It's time to teach our children that we are one race, the human race.